Hi friend, last year I spent the last few hours of New Year's Eve reading into this year, and come to find out that ended up being one of the most beautiful, wonderful, best gifts I could have ever given myself, because I started this year with feeling accomplished, feeling happy, feeling calm, and it just led me to such a beautiful year that now that it's officially that time again, I want to spend the last few hours of this New Year's Eve reading into next year. Today is New Year's Eve 2023. The time is 8 p.m. and I believe it's time to get started. So I want to start with Last Days of the Dogman. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh. There we go. It's a collection of 6 short stories about dogs and human relationships. It's a book that my husband has wanted me to read for a couple of years. And just to be clear, I did a couple of days ago read the first story. I am just reading the last 5 stories, but I think it's a good place to start. So it's 9:20 and I finished Last Days of the Dogman. I think my favorite story is about the blind guy and his dog Buck, but there's also a story called Agnes and Bob, and I'm Agnes, so usually I do tend to like stories about Agnes's because it's a more rare name than some of the other names that you might see in a story. So usually I like those stories, and I did like her story. She was very feisty and she liked a lot of the same things that I liked, so I was like, I get you. But I think in the end I really did like the story with Buck better. It's called Seeing Eye because he's a seeing eye dog, and I just liked the blind guy's I forget if they named him, it didn't seem like it, but I liked how he was like predicting all these things and like why a certain situation was happening, and it just seemed like his view of the world, like he was getting exactly, like he was starting to lose the ability to remember what colors looked like, and he's like, I can remember what certain blues look like, but I can't remember what all these other colors look like. But his like predictions of why the thing that was happening were so good, and not so good in like he knew like he was right necessarily, but at the same time he kind of was. It was just done very well, and all these stories were interesting. I definitely get why what's his face likes them. So I finished this, and I was thinking I have the second Spy Family book, so I think I might do that next. Okay, so I am new to this series. It's called Spy Family. So maybe this is like just a thing about it and I'm not used to it, or like don't understand, or whatever. But let's put it this way. The main character is a spy, and he's so good. He's not even just the best spy in his agency, but he's like the best spy in all of Asia. Like best spy you've ever seen, heard about, whatever, right? And he's spent years of his life like being the best. Like no one so far is like competing to be better than him yet. Again, I'm at the beginning of volume 2. There are just so many like times in the first volume, and even I'm only like 12 or 13 pages into this second volume. This is supposed to be like one of the best spies ever, right? And he makes, I get he's human, but he makes these mistakes or slip up that make me think he's supposed to be the best. Really? And then, I don't know if this is just like the inside joke for the whole series, but it is like already like noticeable and annoying me. Basically, he doesn't know when he marries his wife that she has a certain job, okay? He doesn't know that the daughter he adopts has a certain power. However, both of them, again, they're human, so they're gonna make mistakes or slip up, right? But when they make a mistake or slip up, if he really is a spy, if he really is the best spy in the world, or one of them, he should have a certain level of intelligence in order to be the best spy. So he should know or be able to put together through context clues, my wife does this as a job, my daughter has this power. In fact, in the end of the first volume, I think they even say like he puts together that his daughter has a certain power, and he kind of verifies it, and they're like, yeah, right? And then his wife has a certain job. There were multiple times where she slips up, and he can see that maybe there's something going on there, and he doesn't, every time it's brought up, he doesn't know anything. And so at first I'm like, okay, is he getting replaced too? Is this guy just being replaced by another guy or a robot or something? Because every time this comes up, he doesn't know his wife is this person and his daughter has this particular superpower, even though because she's still learning how to use it. It's pretty obvious, unless that's the inside joke of the whole series. And if that's the inside joke of the whole series, it's already a lot. It's already hurting me. It's a good story. It's just you've already learned certain aspects about your family that you didn't know initially. Okay, fair, whatever. You should have communicated better, but you didn't know, and that's fine. At this point, you really should know. So I need someone to be like, no, that's the inside joke, so I can just let it be, Okay, so I'm still reading Spy Family. We're making some good progress. It is 11:34. Honestly, from 10 something to maybe 11, I wasn't necessarily reading. I mean, I still have a little bit of time, obviously, before the end of the year. I guess I will see you in a few minutes when it's officially the new year. It is official. Welcome to the end of 2023 and welcome to the beginning of 2024. I only finished the last days of Dogman, and I made good progress in volume 2 of Spy Family. Thank you for joining me on this interesting journey, and Happy New Year. See you soon.